Pursuant to Article 11, Section 3, Paragraphs 4 and 6 of the Constitution, the Senate is now constituted and convened as an impeachment court, and the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte is hereby declared open and called to order. At this time, the Chair will preside the oath to the senators in the chamber in conformity with Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 6 of the Constitution. What is the pleasure of the Honorable Marcos?
Yes, Mr. President. May I place on record that I make this oath ad cautelam without prejudice to the resolution of jurisdictional issues as well as issues pertaining to the validity of the impeachment complaint or to the filing thereof, if any. Thank you.
Duly noted and entered into the records. What is the pleasure of Senator Padilla?
Gusto ko lamang din pong mailagay sa talaan na ako po ay manunumpa pero meron pong reserbasyon. Yun lamang po.
Duly noted and entered into the records. May I now request everyone to please rise. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, please state your name. Solemnly swear that in all things appertaining to the trial of the impeachment of Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte, now pending, I will do impartial justice according to the Constitution and the laws of the Philippines. So help me God. You may take your seats. The clerk will now call the roll.
Case number 003-2025 in the matter of the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte. Roll call of Senator Judges. Senator Binay, Senator Cayetano Alan, Senator Cayetano Pia, Senator De La Rosa, Senator Ejercito, Senator Estrada, Senator Gatchalian, Senator Go, Senator Ontiveros, Senator Lapid, Senator Legarda, Senator Marcos, Senator Padilla, Senator Pimentel, Senator Poe, Senator Revilla, Senator Tolentino, Senator Tulfo, Senator Villanueva, Senator Villar Cynthia, Senator Villar Mark, Senator Zubiri, the presiding officer.
With 23 senator judges present, Chair hereby declares the presence of a quorum. Before we take up the matter at hand, as earlier agreed upon when the Senate was still sitting in plenary, Chair would like to first adopt our rules. Chair hereby adopts Resolution number 39 of the Rules of Procedure on Impeachment Trials, Rule 6 of which provides that the provisions of the rules of the Senate and the revised rules of court shall apply suppletorily whenever applicable. As such, the following issuances of the Supreme Court shall likewise apply suppletorily to the current matter on the impeachment of Vice President Sara Duterte, namely, the 2019 amended Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 1 to 34, except Rule 5, Rule 13 as amended, by AM number 1037 SC-AM number 1194 SC, B, 2019 amended rules on evidence, C, AM number 3-1-09 SC, guidelines to be observed in pretrial and use of deposition discovery measures, Part 1A1 to 9, except provisions on mediation and amicable settlement, D, AM number 1037 SC, AM number 119-4 SC, guidelines on electronic filing of lower courts, in lower courts rather, AM number 1288 SC, judicial affidavit rule, except Section 9 and F, such are the relevant rules and issuances. It is to be noted that we did not change any of the provisions of the rules of procedure because there is already a pending impeachment complaint, and the chair would not want to change the rules in the middle of the game, so to speak. However, the updated amended rules of court, as discussed and mentioned and enumerated earlier, shall apply given the suppletory application of the rules of court. Is there any objection? There being none, the aforementioned rules are hereby adopted by the impeachment court. Proceeding now to the matter at hand, as earlier agreed upon and discussed by the Senate sitting in plenary. What is the pleasure of Member Judge Tolentino?
Mr. President, for the record, Mr. President, Mr. Presiding Officer,
The gentleman may proceed.
in view of the convening of the impeachment court, I move that the Committee on Rules be discharged with the previous referral of the subject impeachment complaint, considering that the plenary itself, acting as a body, has initiated and ratified the formation of the impeachment court through a direct act. It is therefore submitted that there is no further necessity for a committee report to be submitted, debated, or adopted in relation thereto. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection to the motion? Hearing none, the Committee on Rules is so discharged as indicated by Member Judge Tolentino. Chair now reiterates the earlier agreed upon matter to be taken up once we have convened as an impeachment court, and for this purpose, the Chair would like to recognize Senator Judge Bato de la Rosa to kindly reiterate his motion, and thereafter, Senator Judge Go to second his motion. Senator de la Rosa is recognized. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Sir. So I would reiterate my motion. The
Kindly
motion
restate the motion you made earlier while the Senate was sitting in plenary session.
Yes, Mr. President. In the spirit of true action, therefore, allow me to end by moving. I respectfully move that in view of its constitutional infirmities and question on the jurisdiction and authority of the 20th Congress, the verified impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte be dismissed. I so move, Mr. President. Mr. Presiding Officer.
Senator Go is recognized for his seconding speech. Rather, Senator Judge Go is recognized for his seconding speech.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I just wish to give my remarks and second the motion of Senator Judge Bato de la Rosa. I agree with the motion of Senator Judge Bato. Ang gusto nating kalabasan ng paglilitis na ito ay hustisya, hindi politika. Mararating lang natin ito kung masasagot ang mga katanungang na hindi nabibigyan ng linaw hanggang ngayon. Kung kaya't sana naman, pag-aralan natin ito ng mabuti. Tama na hindi dapat ito patagalin, pero hindi rin dapat ito madaliin. At the very least, pag-aralan natin ito ng mabuti. Baka naman maaari natin itong ibalik o i-remand muna natin. Tama naman po ang accountability. Huwag lang pong politikahin. May tamang proseso ang impeachment. Dapat pag-aralan natin ito ng mabuti. Under Article 11, Section 3 of the 1987 Constitution, a verified complaint for impeachment may be filed by any member of the House of Representatives or by any citizen upon a resolution or endorsement by any member thereof, which shall be included in the order of business within 10 days and referred to the proper committee within 3 session days thereafter. On December 2, 2024, the first impeachment complaint endorsed by members of the House of Representatives was filed before the Secretary General of the lower house. Second and third impeachment complaints were filed in the succeeding days, duly endorsed by members of the House. Under Section 3 of the House Rules of Procedure in Impeachment Proceedings, a verified complaint for impeachment shall be filed with the Office of the Secretary General and immediately referred to the Speaker. Despite this rule, Mr. Presiding Officer, the 3 impeachment complaints filed were never referred to the Office of the Speaker. Instead, a 4th verified impeachment complaint signed by more than 200 congressmen, which now constitutes the articles of impeachment, was transmitted to the Senate. This brings into question the legality of such move when the Constitution provides that no impeachment proceeding shall be initiated against the same official more than once within a period of 1 year. Para sa ordinaryong mamamayan, at lalo na sa aming mga binigyan ng tungkulin na maging senator judge sa paglilitis na ito, this opens up a lot of questions. At ang iniiwasan natin ay yung magpapasya tayo sa isang bagay na makakaapekto sa buhay ng bawat Pilipino. Makakaapekto sa trabaho natin na makatulong sa tao. Tapos hindi naman pala dumaan sa tamang proseso. Yes, we are senator judges tasked to decide on this matter, and we took an oath to be impartial. But this matter, whether it went through the right process or not, should be first decided upon and settled with no question prior to that. We are all for accountability. In fact, maganda nga sana mapakita ng accused at ng accusers kung may ebidensya ba o wala. Pero bilang mga mababatas, dapat siguraduhin alinsunod ito sa batas at tamang proseso. Dapat hindi na circumvent ang batas, dapat nasunod ang due process at ang rules. Hindi pwedeng shortcut. Justice delayed is justice denied, and justice conducted the wrong way is no justice at all. Anong nangyari sa 3 naunang impeachment complaints? Bakit hindi ito agad na-refer sa Speaker's Office? Bakit hindi ito isinama sa order of business within 10 session days? At bakit hindi ito inirefer sa tamang komite within 3 session days after its inclusion in the order of business as mandated by our Constitution? Tila dinribo lang ito at hindi pinaandar ang shot clock. Parang hindi po ma-technical sa oras. Sa basketball nga, hindi pwedeng puro dribble lang. May shot clock po yan. At may oras na dapat mong obserbahan. Pangalawang issue na dapat bigyang linaw ay kung maaari bang tumawid ang impeachment case sa 20th Congress. This is the first time in our history that an impeachment case was filed nearing the expiration of a legislative Congress. The reality is, we do not have enough time to finish the impeachment trial this Congress. Mag-aabot na po ang 19th at 20th Congresses at magkakaroon na ng new set of senator judges by June 30. Maging tayo, hindi magkasundo kung paano bang tumawid ito sa next Congress o hindi. Mr. Presiding Officer, ilan lang po ito sa katanungan na legality na hindi pa nasasagot. Mayroon pa pong pending sa Supreme Court challenging the legality of the impeachment case. Baka masayang lang ang oras natin dito if in the end, this complaint suffers from constitutional infirmities. Let us focus on what is important for our people that we serve. Hustisya sa tamang paraan at serbisyo na makakatulong sa mga Pilipino. Yun po ang kailangan ng taong bayan. Yun ang dapat pagtuunan ng pansin. Mr. Presiding Officer, para sa akin, mas mabuting unahin natin ang tunay nating trabaho. Ang pagseserbisyo sa taong bayan, maraming nasasayang na oras sa isyong ito na hindi naman mapapakinabangan ng ordinaryong Pilipino. This issue has already been too divisive. Ilang buwan na po. Mag-focus sana tayo sa pangunahing mandato ng lehislatura. Ang gumawa ng mga batas at magsulong sa mga programa na tunay na tutugon sa mga pangangailangan ng ating mga kababayan, lalong-lalo na po yung mga mahirap at walang ibang malalapitan kundi ang gobyerno. Marami pa pong mga pending bills pa po hanggang ngayon na hindi pa natin natatapos with one working day na lang po. Baka hindi pa po may papasa. At ito po'y mapapakinabangan ng mga kababayan natin. Dapat yan po ang ating unahin. As raised by some of our colleagues yesterday, that in as far as the impeachment case is concerned, based on the results of the recent midterm elections, I believe the Filipino people have decided at ang kanilang desisyon, mas gusto po nilang tutukan natin ang trabaho at serbisyo. Tama na, tigilan na natin ang pamumulitika. 3 taon na lang po matatapos na ang termino ng Vice Presidente. Election na naman at antayin nyo lang sana. Ang importante sa ating mga kababayan ay may pagkain sa kanilang hapagkainan. May matibay na healthcare system na kayang tumugon sa pangangailangan ng may sakit, disenteng trabaho at marangal na pagkakakitaan, dekalidad at abot-kayang edukasyon, at ang katiyakan at panatag na ligtas silang makakauwi kahit sa gabi. Hindi naman nakakain itong impeachment. Sana pwede ninyong ikonsidera at the very least, bago tayo maglitis dito, siguraduhin muna natin na nasa tama na prosesong tinahak natin dito. At the very least nga, sabi ko, marahil pwedeng ibalik o i-remand muna na ito sa pinagmulan sa House of Representatives dahil marami pang ang katanungan ang legally hindi nasasagot. Mas mabuting siguraduhin natin na sumunod sa proseso ang anumang kaso na ating diringgin para hindi masayang ang ating oras. Sang-ayon po ako na hindi natin ito dapat patagalin. Kahit si Vice President Sara Duterte gusto naman harapin ang kaso, ngunit wala ring dapat may gusto na madaliin po ito. Paano kung magsimula na tayo ngayon at magdesisyon ang Supreme Court na unconstitutional ang ginawang procedure ng House of Representatives? Paano kung sabihin nila na hindi pwedeng tumawid sa 20th Congress? Ano ang magiging aksyon natin? This puts us in a possible conflict with the decision of the Supreme Court. We must be prudent about this matter. Mr. Presiding Officer, I just want to reiterate, hindi ko po tinatalikuran ang aking sinumpaang mandato. Tungkulin ko yan as Senator Judge, kahit araw-araw tayong maglitis dito, but we would also be remiss of our duty kung hindi natin siguraduhin na dumaan ito sa tamang prosesong nakasaad sa ating konstitusyon. At kilala ko po ang mga Duterte, Mr. Presiding Officer. Hindi sila tumatakas sa accountability, hindi sila tumatalikod sa hamon ng buhay. Hindi sila tumatalikod sa kanilang tungkulin. Maraming beses nang sinabi ni dating Pangulong Duterte na handa nga siyang sumagot at harapin ang mga inaakusa sa kanya, pero dito po sa ating bayan, hindi sa ibang bansa. Nabanggit din po ni Vice President Sara Duterte na handa siyang harapin ang impeachment case laban sa kanya. Hindi ito issue ng pagtakas sa accountability. Ang gusto natin dito, siguraduhin na nasunod ang tamang proseso. We must respect and abide by the procedure laid out in our Constitution. Hindi pwedeng mamili lang tayo ng mga provision na ating susundin. We are all bound to the rule of law and we must follow due process. That is all, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Senator Go. Before Senator